Hello, Internet. Welcome back to RollerCoaster Tycoon. In the last episode, we have vomit. Oh, and it points at it. Okay. So we're going to need to address that as well as getting some of our other staff stuff going on. Welcome back. In the last episode, we started setting up some basic rides in our park here, and we built our first roller coaster, which, in my opinion, is the worst thing that has ever been created by a human. Which is really saying something because I've seen lots of really awful kids, and they're usually made by humans as well. So anyway, we're gonna need to address our staff needs. Excuse me, I have a cold. My throat has been giving in and out. So if there's a crack in my voice here and there, that's what's going on. That should hopefully level out eventually. But I figured the more I talk and the more water I drink, the better I'll feel. So we started our park. We need to address our staff. Let's do that. How do we do that? There's no background noise at all when the game is paused, which is very unsettling. We want a handyman. Do we want them to mow the grass? Because this texture that's like the same repeating texture is absolutely hideous. Why don't we? I mean, we're operating on a budget right now. We have a loan that is costing us money. Last month we just hemorrhaged money in building this coaster. I think I think we need to turn down our funding for scientific research for the moment, and I think we need to really focus on getting into the black. Ride tickets $300 already this month, and it's almost the end of the month. Minus 100, minus 30. So you'll see here the big expenditures have been the ride construction. So if we just go like a month without constructing, we would earn about $500, it looks like. $450. Really quite a negligible amount of money, unfortunately. Let's check first. These are actually earning us money. Is actually losing us money. Oh, it's a restroom, of course. Of course that's going to lose us money. Okay, drinks also losing us money. Minus $12. Okay, not good. Also losing us money. Please, do you make money? Also losing us money. So all of our stores are currently losing us cash. Our income is from rides. Okay, that's rough. And buying handyman and other staff are going to really also put a burden on our finances. I think handyman at least is absolutely necessary. For the moment, we will only have him. We also need garbage bins, which we never took care of. So do not mow grass, do not water gardens. You can empty trash cans, but primarily I want him sweeping things. I think we can limit his range to these paths. I don't think the entrance will get any vomiters. I think it will only be in this area, and that exit as well, possibly. So I don't think people are going to be puking over here. There's no vomit over here, and there's nothing really that should make them sick in that area. So we don't want him pathing all the way out here and back when there's not really going to be anything there. So I think that's fine for the moment. Did we drop him? We'll drop him there. Can we name our? We can. I don't know. Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson. Okay. So Robert Paulson is going to be our janitor. I might just call him Bob for short or something. I don't know. We also are going to need a mechanic because a mechanic will repair our rides as they go down. Now, if I remember right, they don't do anything else. So, we can change their uniforms. Okay, well, I don't want you to be red. You're going to be bright purple. It does not look bright purple. That looks very dark purple, which is kind of what I wanted anyway. So the mechanics, I don't think actually do anything. That's not true. They do. They maintain your. I believe they actually maintain your rides even when they're not actively repairing broken ones. So like if we watch this guy, why don't we start our time again? Pretty sure he walks into the rides, checks them out. Like if we look at the ride, does it say something about inspection? Reliability 92%. So he didn't do anything. I thought he would make it more reliable, but that does not look like that's the case. Inspection. So every 30 minutes this guy will do an inspection. Mechanic fixing ride. What does this do? no two-tip. Refurbishes the ride, makes it like new. I didn't know you could do that. Interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I don't think I ever noticed refurbishment when I was a kid. Maybe that's a new feature of Open RCT. What does this do? Oh, underground view. No, let's regular view, please. Yeah, so those guys are going to cost us money. We need to build more rides, I think. We need more income. So what do we want to build? Thrill rides. We did get that new swinging inverter ship, which is going to be more exciting than these, because the kids were saying like, oh, I want something more exciting. This seems way more exciting to me. It does not actually display any of that information when we click it, so we'll go ahead and just build it. And we'll build it over here so that its queue will line up with the bumper cars here. I think this is fine. And we'll put the entrance, and we'll rotate, and we'll put the... Oh, we can't. Okay. That's unfortunate. Also unfortunate it only rotates in one direction. So we'll put the exit here, apparently. I really don't want that there then. Let's demolish this, which of course costs us money to move that around. So Twist has broken down. Our mechanic will get a phone call. Here he is getting a phone call, and he'll head over to repair that ride. So we'll put this here, I guess. We'll put the entrance here and the exit here. Turn this bad boy on. Costs $1.50. That sounds fine. Go ahead and start building. Nope. Oh, I want blue cues. Talked about that in the last episode. And we'll just serpentine, I guess. No, not there. Serpentine right there. And then we'll put, again, I want dirt paths because we're a farm. Put the dirt path out here. Now, unfortunately, kids might start walking in here, which is just going to make that a little bit less of a... I don't know if the Open RCT improves their pathing at all or not. Man, they really love this roller coaster, though, huh? Oh, and I'm seeing balloons. All right. Are you making money? Still negative. It's unfortunate. As the kids are here longer, I think they will become more hungry, which will make this this go up a little bit. We additionally could crank up the cost of the rides because our park does not have an entrance fee. I don't know if I want to do that, though, at the moment. So let's get some gentle rides, something a little bit more pleasing for like little kids. I mean, I like Ferris wheels. I don't know if kids do. Merry-go-round is pretty boring. Car ride is basically a little ride that lets them drive cars on a track. Shops aren't doing real well for us. A launching free fall car. I don't understand. A launched free fall car must be a different ride. That's done in June. It says 3rd of June. It's June 7th. A little confused by that. Maybe it's because we cut our funding to save $100 a month. How are our finances looking, by the way? Okay, so last month, had we not constructed anything, we would have earned about $650, which is not significant, honestly. One of the other benefits of Open RCT is that we have the option to speed up time. Now, I'm not sure how this works on... Oh, we got our... Well, that was fast. Okay, we got our ride. Why don't we build this as well? Launched freefall car. Freefall is pneumatically launched up a tall steel tower and then allowed to freefall down. That sounds horrifying. Escape hatch. Now let's build our own, apparently. So we can build this. Really not making use of space here, but we kind of want to leave this open so we can expand in a big area. We don't want to block it up with rides. We can put it down here because we are getting some traffic. If we put it down here, maybe it will drive more traffic towards our shops, I think. So we'll put the entrance over yonder. We'll put the exit right here. So we build the tower. How high? Okay, I mean 100 feet seems pretty terrifying. Let's go 120 feet. Sure. And then what kind of options do we have on this baby? Upward launch, downward launch. Well, how does downward launch work? Test it. Oh, it hauls it up and then it drops it down. Okay, let's not do that. Let's do the launch. No, that's the car. I don't want that. Upward launch. We'll test this. Hopefully it doesn't shoot off the end of the thing. Okay. Not bad. Let's up that speed just a little bit. We'll go 42. Ooh. Okay. We're going to creep it up just a little bit more. 45. And I think that that will be good. Oh, we could go... Well, let's look at the excitement and stuff. We don't want to make them sick. And I can honestly say I would be very sick if I were on this ride. Really not a fan of amusement parks in real life. Okay, medium excitement, high intensity, pretty medium nausea. Why don't we dial that down a couple scooches? And we can go ahead and we can remove the top tier of this. Let's take a look at this and see if that makes it any better on the nausea scale. 4.75. Why don't we try the downward launch instead? Okay, we need to close it first and see if that's any gentler on their stomachs, because I really don't want kids vomiting all over my park. Because I remember being a kid and I remember building... Oh, it's so much slower though. It's going to really increase the runtime of the ride. Okay. I mean, it's not terrible. Oh god, that's scary. I would not want... And it bounces? Why did it bounce? Okay, let's look at this, see if that's any worse. Very high. Okay, so that's much worse. Let's go back to... First of all, let's close this. Let's knock off a couple tiles of this, just to save a little bit of cash. Really only got 50 bucks for that. And then we will go to the upward launch, and we'll just leave it at the stock standard 40 miles an hour test. Great. And do we control how many bumps it does? No. Okay, so it just does, I guess, like 3 bounces. We can't control that. Let's look at this. If this is medium or lower, I'll just let it go. If it's like under 4.5. 4.7. Okay, kids are going to be getting sick, but okay. Let's open this baby up. Let's build. Why does it keep defaulting to the gray cues? I really don't like that. Because again, in the first RCT, it was a blue cue. I wonder if I can maybe toggle that somewhere, and I just don't know how. They immediately are going for it, which is good. Maybe should move the bathroom closer so they could vomit over here. Can we move this? I really don't like that we can't seem to move attractions. I don't know if that's something I'm missing. Can we drag you? We cannot drag it. Maybe I'm missing something. 216 customers per hour. Okay, so instead of moving the bathroom, because I don't know how to make that work. Okay, stop constructing it. Open. Great. We're not going to build a second one because that would just be more money that we're losing. So what we're going to do is it scenery? No. How do we add... It's got to be scenery. We're looking for trash cans. Mine, Jurassic. These are all theming. Items for footpaths. Okay, so we have a litter bin. So we're going to add litter bins basically all over the place, because they will just throw their trash on the ground, which will irritate me. There's more vomit in that same basic area. So we're just going to throw bins down all over the park. I'm going to put some over here as well. Okay, and then we're going to throw benches here and there as well. Just because, like, there's a child right there who looks nauseous. Why don't we click him? Penny H. It's weird that you have a boy's head there, Penny. Nausea is pretty high. Bathroom pretty low. Where are you going? You're just gonna go somewhere and vomit on the path, I guess. I feel sick. Yeah, I can see that you're sick. Okay, let's continue putting benches down. This will give people areas to sit in, which will hopefully... I don't know if that affects nausea or just energy or how that works exactly. But yeah, we want some benches. We'll also put them at the exit of the roller coaster, because it seems like people would be a little bit out of sorts over there. I think as long as we just put benches basically everywhere, people will use them. In fact, there are some people sitting right here. So I think that is fine. Do we want theming? I think it's too early for theming. Can we change the coloration? Main color scheme. Green, yellow, white. Okay. How do I... What is this? Paint an individual area of this ride using the selected color theme. I mean, can I don't think I can change it while it's open, maybe? Paint. I don't think I can change it while it's open. Alright, we'll look into that in the future. About coloring our rides something a little bit more appealing. No one is going on the twist. How are you doing financially? $200 total profit. $700 an hour? That seems like a high estimate given that you're not performing very well. Roller coaster's a real success, which is surprising. Why don't we bump that up to $250? In fact, we'll increase the price of basically all of our rides. Not this one, because this one's queue is basically empty, it seems like. We'll increase... Oh, that's $2? Oh, I feel terrible for jacking up the price on that. Bumper cars seem like fun. They probably run for a fair bit. We'll dip that up just a tiny bit. Dip that up just a tiny bit. Everything else can stay as it is. This thing is never going to make me money. I really hate these rides. Oh, my throat is bothering me, man. It's cold, too. It makes me feel congested. I feel like I'm talking through my nose. You know, I can't breathe out through my nose. And it's very frustrating. Let me check our research. Still in design. 22nd of August. Okay, why don't we... Do we want to build more rides at the moment? We should build something a little more gentler, I think. Because we have a lot of stuff that's not super intense. Can we change the color of our balloons? I really don't want green balloons. Green? No. We're going to make purple balloons because purple is my jam. So we'll slowly watch these green balloons drift off in space and whatnot. I mean, I think it's pretty packed here as it is. We have our little shopping alley. How's this doing, by the way? Okay, we're getting much closer to actual money earned. We are currently making a profit. How about you? Already making profit. And about you? Also making profit. So yeah, just needed them to get a little hungry and thirsty before they started shopping. What other shops do we have available to us? Hot dogs, sandwiches, drinks we have. What is this? Art Deco coffee. Okay. And first aid? Place for sick guests to go to for recovery. Okay. Faster recovery. I did not know such a place existed. We're going to plop this right here at the vomit area. Well, I mean, they're vomiting up here as well, but I see them get sick over here. Why don't we put this... I mean, you would think equidistant between both of them. Equidistant between both of them. That guy looks downright green. We'll put this here. No, we'll put it literally at the exit. And we're not, of course, going to charge children to be first aided, although it looks like we don't actually have that option. I see vomit. I'm not hungry. Yeah, I don't care. You do have a big smile on your face, though. Let's pick a random kid. That is a haunting smile you have. Your hunger is also through the roof. Why don't you go buy some food? Do you have cash? You do. Here you go. Buy a snack. Nope, that's the wrong direction. Buy a snack. You're just gonna ignore the sandwich stall. Okay, I mean, you know, you're clearly starving, but okay. Do you? Maybe he doesn't want a hamburger. Maybe he's a sub guy. We'll build a gentle ride, I think, towards the entrance of our park. We'll do the Ferris wheel so everybody can see the surrounding, you know, just to get an eye on the surrounding attractions. Sounds pretty good. Go ahead and open this baby up. Dollar sounds fine. And we'll go ahead and put a blue path over here. And then we will put a dirt path connecting this to the exit. Seems fine. Oh, we got our first customer. I didn't really think kids would be that interested in it. Apparently we can change these while it's running. Let's go black. And we'll go, I don't know, blue exterior with orange spokes. That is a hideous ride. Just how I like it. And we're not going to call it the Ferris wheel, because that's a stupid name. Call this the Eye, because of course we will. Nope, that's not how you capitalize things. There we go. The Eye. We also need to name our roller coaster. You guys having fun just stuck up there? Overall view station. I do wish I could ride the ride. I'm not going to lie. That was like the gimmick for the other one. You know, I remember being a teenager. This game came out, I don't know, in the 90s. I was probably 12. And we went to I guess we were at Walmart. and someone was holding the RollerCoaster Tycoon game in their hand. It was an old woman, and she asked me, she was like, "Oh, do you know video games?" And I was like, "Of course I do. Look at me. I mean," and she was like, "Well, I want to buy my, grandson or whoever, a roller coaster game, but there's RollerCoaster Tycoon, and then there's the other one, which was like, I don't know if it was called Sim Park or Sim, I don't know, Theme Park or Sim Coaster or something like that." And she was like, "Well, which one's better?" And I remember telling her, like, "Well, this one lets you ride the rides, I think," which was like their gimmick. Maybe I'm not even remembering that right. But I really like RollerCoaster Tycoon. I have RollerCoaster Tycoon. You should probably get that. And then she thanked me, and that was that. But, like, I still remember that. I don't know. I don't know if I was a good salesman or not. I just mostly liked RollerCoaster Tycoon, and this is the game I had. Actually, I didn't even have this one. I had the first one, which mostly RollerCoaster Tycoon 1 and RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 are interchangeable. It's just the first one doesn't have all the quality of life stuff. It's like the same game, essentially. It's just different scenarios and some minor optimization, minor improvements. Oh, probably another awkward cut there. Yeah, I really need to pause it when I need to stop and cough and whatnot, but I just keep forgetting. So we have this shack over here, not very exciting. Probably should do some theming. I mean, we're earning... What's our goal again? How do we click the arch? Trophy. Small farm challenges to build its theme park. You need 700 guests. Well, we have 450. Still on year 1, so we have about a year... August, September, October, about 14 months to up that number to 700. The park rating of at least 600. Well, how do I find that? Park rating, 800. Oh, so we're doing great. We have about $6,000 in the bank. Why don't we speed up time, and once we hit $6,000, I will look into building another roller coaster. Watch those kids speed across the ground. It's funny because some of them move very slowly, and on fast time, they move like basically normal speed. Bit peculiar. So we are earning money, not really a significant amount, and we're probably, as we expand, going to need more janitors and things like that. But we are earning. We earned about $700 this month. Pretty great. But that's what happens when you take a month off and stop building coasters. And of course, we have this loan, which I'm actually not that interested in paying off. I think we'll be just fine not paying that for a while. So yeah, man, they're eating up this coaster, huh? Really wish it wouldn't stall like that, but I don't know how to fix that. Okay, so we're up around $6,000. Let's go back to normal speed. Oh, we were on quick. I think quick was the default actually when I opened the game up. So I think, that's the open RCT thing. Why don't we put the other coaster here the same way that we put this one lengthwise? It does lock us off from... Oh, there was a lot of room over here too. I actually didn't realize it was so big. This side, not so much. This side is much more clustered, and we have this barrier here. So I think we'll build it kind of in this area right here. Of course, you can't build on a line like this. It kind of has to be one way or the other, but that's okay. We will build a... So honestly, I really like the wooden roller coasters. I'm not a fan of the metal ones, which is a shame because the metal ones are like 90% of them, and then there's like 2 wooden roller coasters. My goodness, some of these are extremely large. Wow, very big coasters. And of course they have the wooden supports, which is aesthetically pleasing in my opinion. We're going to build a custom ride. Can we start this elevated off the ground? I don't think we can. We would have to lift the ground up. So what we're going to do instead, will it automatically demolish... Great. So we'll build this. We want it nice and long again because then we can have a bigger train, or more cars or whatever. So go ahead and we'll just raise this baby up nice and high. And we're just going to do a nice straightforward drop. We're not going to angle them or anything. Just going to drop them down, level out. We'll go ahead and we'll wrap around this way. Not a sharp turn. We're going to go gentle turn. Because again, we don't want people getting sick, and we'll duck under our own supports. Nice and exciting. We'll throw in a turn. A little too low. Still too low. Okay. Throw in... Oh, that looks really steep, though. Can we... can we bank this without being so steep? Can we do, what do we have for specials? Well, we can do on-ride photos and water splashes. We're not going to do that. We're going to angle. Yeah, again with a gentle angle, and we'll head straight here just a ways, and we'll hit, you know what, this is a good spot for hitting them with a water splash. Why not? That sounds fun. And we'll loop right and go under our supports again. We should still have some speed, although we'll probably be losing most of it at this point. Lower to the ground, make a sharp turn, and we'll wrap back around again. We'll head through here. We'll go one more turn. I mean, do we want to go back up for one more drop before we finish off the ride? I think we do. Go up. We'll come back down. Just nice straight lines. You know, we don't want people getting too sick. Oh, we're out of money. Man, that went by fast, didn't it? Okay. Man, this coaster kind of sucks, too. So we'll just wait for cash. Go ahead and go to fast. Oh, we got... Oh, it broke down. That's fine. Our guy will take care of that. Okay, we're getting more cash in, so let's go ahead and continue building. Yeah, this is what I always ran into as a kid, was that I would just run out of cash and then have to sit there and wait for money to come in. Unfortunately, we're earning a little bit of money, not a lot. Can we actually... I mean, I don't want to take an additional loan. I was going to say we could take an additional loan, but we already owe like 10 grand. I don't think that's... We should go all the way to the ground since we're coming towards the end of the coaster. We'll put a photo section so we can sell those sweet lucrative photos. We'll let them bleed off a little bit of speed here. Down to 22. We're out of cash. Okay. Yeah, a lot of fun sitting here waiting. At least we could speed up time. I don't think you could do that in the original RollerCoaster Tycoon. And then we'll bring around and hopefully hit this pretty easy. Looks like we're lined up. Not enough cash. Ooh, we're going to have to sit and wait for a long time after this construction. This is actually extremely expensive. We should really crank up the cost of the roller coasters because I think that, number one, everybody likes them and it's the name of the game. People want them. And number two, because I think that like they're just going to pay more, and we need to kind of financially, we need to balance out the fact that we spend so much money on these coasters. Okay, so we have cash in there. We can finish this baby off. Let's slow things back down to, I guess normal is okay. So we now only have 12 months to get an additional 170 people into our park, or 220. I'm not sure what the number was exactly. Test. Oh, we can't test without an entrance and an exit. That's a bit interesting. Okay, we will go to test, and we will follow the car. Nice big cars. We actually might want to go 3 smaller cars. I don't see anywhere where they would have any issues with colliding with one another. Why don't we stop the ride immediately, and we will change the number of cars. Because if we go to 3 trains, we can only do 2 trains, and 7 cars. I mean, the issue is when we wait for the cars to fill up. How do we check that? No. Full load. So they're going to wait for a full load of kids before they send up the car, which should not be an issue given the popularity of our other roller coaster. But if the numbers ever lag, then it will wait for a long time before launching, which is a little bit of an issue. Maximum waiting time 60 seconds. That seems like we'll go down to 50. And that way if it waits 50 seconds, then it will trigger and it will send it off. So check the car as it goes around. We'll expand this so we can get a good view on it. Yeah, no, go back to train 1, please. Nice drop. Oh, that does look a little fast. I'm worried they're going to get sick. Water splash slows us down, as do the curves. We come back to the chain lift. It mostly makes it up under its own accord, but not quite enough to get over. Get the chain lift, come down, hit the brakes in the photo section, and we slide back into the station. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not terrible either. So let's check our results, see how we do here. Once again, I can see some vomit on our pads, which is not optimal, but you know, it is what it is. 2.91 lateral G's is in the red, which is probably not good. Extreme intensity, high nausea. I think the issue is right here. I think we should try to work a brake into this section right here. Let's close this. And this flat section right here, we're going to demolish. And we're going to turn into a brake section. And we're going to slow this down to about 22 miles an hour. Which, as it's coming down, I'm guessing this is actually up around 30 something. We will... It's not a complete circuit. It literally is a complete circuit. How? No, go back. Delete, forward, brake, 22, build. I must not have hit the build button. Now we will test it. And we can get eyes on, when this gets to the top of the hill, we can get eyes on what the exact speed is right here. So we can know if 22 is like way too low or an appropriate speed. Also notice this one does not stall at the tops. I'm not sure why this one does. Maybe it's the coaster type. Maybe it's because I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm doing. Go ahead and get over the hill. And of course the chain is still pushing these cars, which is why they don't get too fast. So we did hit it for about 20. We dropped it by about 15 miles an hour, which I would assume will be significant enough to really lower those G's. Probably pretty bad right here. It's a tight turn. We could maybe make this a wider turn and then snake it back over to this section if we had to. We really need to call the episode though. So let's finish this test, and in the next episode we will continue working on our wooden roller coaster, assuming that these numbers are really bad, which they very well could be very bad. Wait for the... Yep, get into station, please. I mean, I guess we could have sped up time that whole test. G's are much more acceptable now. Give me good numbers. Come on now. Medium. High, high. So this is good. We want high excitement. I assume we want intensity. And nausea is relatively low. So that's great. What we're going to do, we're going to pause the game. And we are going to call the episode here. So for now, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I, of course, will be back with more RollerCoaster Tycoon in the near future. And I'll see you next time.